Now you are sufficiently aware of your ability and the importance to connect to your higher self. And much of it goes back to awareness and intention and continuously striving to keep it the place that you're operating from more and more, becoming more consistent. And in time, we work towards constantly being the king. So today will be a two-part process, a transition, one that can be taken as you are connected to the higher self. So sit back and just ponder for a moment the things you've learned in the past 7 days, the past 2 weeks, the things you're learning about yourself and your capabilities, the ways you're beginning to consciously choose to engage in meaningful ways. And begin to notice your new learnings, both of knowledge and of skill and experience. And begin to ask yourself, if I connect to the highest version of myself from moment to moment, if I tap into operating from my spirituality, my purpose, my true identity, instead of my emotions, or my limiting beliefs, or my thoughts, or even the appetites of my body, who can I become? Who is the king I can become? And bring that vision to mind of the man you are becoming, you are destined to be. What are the important roles he fulfills? Husband, noticing your relationship with your wife, the relationship of the king to the queen, relationship with your royalty, your children, and how the relationship of the king and queen influences and can inspire them. As the king, begin to notice each of their individual needs, your queen, your children. Notice other roles: provider, protector, leader, the role you have in your company, contributor, how you contribute, whether charitably or in your career or both. Noticing other roles, other aspects of your identity and purpose. And as you've done before, with confidence that you can shift into power simply by choosing your emotional state, your mental state, your spiritual state and your physical state. Begin to activate the warrior within. If you'd like, put your hand to your chest. Thump, thump, rise. You are in charge. And take the next minute to increase your connectedness to your courage, confidence, capabilities, calmness, commitment, clarity. And what you have consecrated yourself to, what you are devoted to. Noticing that the higher self is not a future version of you. It is the truest version of you. And as you live from the higher self, even that progresses and expands, increasing in capabilities, wisdom, experience. Now, as you've done so many times before, take your mind, to where you want it to go. It is your mind. Practice being in charge of it instead of it taking you wherever it wants to go. Take a deep breath in and begin to smell the ocean. The crispness of the air. Begin to feel the sand at your feet, your toes, feeling the air, the sunlight, the wind. Seeing in front of you an ocean that matches the state that you're in, or that you choose to be in. Perhaps it's calm and clear. Perhaps it's fierce and powerful. Notice the sky. Perhaps there's a sunset or a sunrise. Perhaps it's cloudy or clear. Perhaps there's lightning in the distance. And being in this place, notice that it is yours. And begin to match your internal feelings with the state you'd like to carry into the next week. Practicing the king mentality. Practicing the peak emotional state. Practicing being the higher self, the king, the warrior. And as you look out on the ocean, I'd like you to look to the left and notice the past. Notice the past week. Notice the last 2 weeks. And notice that it extends on. And notice that in the sand, structures begin to appear. Castles, walls, buildings made of sand, memories lined up along the beach. Contained in those memories is experience, wisdom, knowledge, skill, strength, pain, anxiety, fear, loneliness, anger, shame, guilt. But notice that none of those experiences are today. And so once again, you look out into the ocean towards the light, and you notice that all there is right now, this moment. And this moment for you, you are leading you. And others you love may be interacting in various ways or resting. But this moment that you are in is yours. And you turn to the right and you see the future. And you look along the beach into the future. And there's nothing created there. It is opportunity. Once again, you look out across the ocean. You see the potential, the possibilities, knowing who you can be, what you can create in the future. Noticing that what you have right now is you. And you turn once again and you look along the beach to the past. And you see just off the coast a large wave forming. And it gains momentum, coming towards the beach, coming towards your past. And the power of the wave crashes upon the beach, crashes into your past, decimating the pain, the negative emotions, the limiting beliefs. And as the wave begins to subside, you notice all that is left of the past is the learnings you have from those experiences about yourself, about your capabilities and your lovability. And begin to walk along the beach into the past, quickly gathering up the learnings so that you might carry them moment by moment into the present and into the future. Picking up pieces of truth about your purpose, your identity, your lovability, your worth. And when you have what you need, carrying the knowledge that the past is in the past, and what you have is this moment, and possibly many more moments, even days and weeks and months and years into the future. But even that you can't control. So you begin to look to the immediate future, the rest of this day, tomorrow, perhaps the next week and next month. And you begin to determine who you will be, what you will do, what you will choose to create, and what you will choose to have. using your clarity to begin to see what you would like to experience in your marriage, in your relationship with your royalty, what you would like to experience internally as you interact with yourself. Ever increasingly being able to be at one with yourself, your spouse, your creator, your kids, your confidence. And begin to create in your mind the future. And out from the corner of your eye, you notice someone coming towards you. And as they get closer, you notice it is your creator. It is the creator. And as he approaches, you notice something different. He's more joyous and more light, more loving and happy to be near you, to have the opportunity to nurture you, to teach you and to spend time with you. He is interested in what you will create as your higher self, as a king, committed to a queen and royalty. Notice the love of the Creator. And he begins to take interest in your vision of the future. And he asks if you would like any input, as he is the Creator, and has a perfect knowledge of how to make men kings, how to make kings have relationships that are meaningful with queens, and how to help kings lead royalty and have impact and influence as they reach to bring forth their purpose. And if you like, you can accept his invitation, his wisdom to help you create those things that you feel compelled to create, internally and externally. And as if an old best friend has reunited with you and has been on journeys gaining much wisdom that is of your benefit, you begin to commune with your Creator, sharing with him your desires and listening. Allowing yourself to be trained and taught and nurtured and edified and encouraged. He sees you perfectly for who you are now. And the past is in the past. And if there are things you're concerned about, you simply say, I commit to do better. And these things have been washed away. And gladly, he says, let's strengthen you for the future. And as long as you like, you commune with the Creator, starting with your heart and the week ahead of you.